Together, we are going to embark on making gnocchi. And I have never, ever made gnocchi. Today, we're going to do it with butternut squash. Now, do you see this liquid that's come out of this? This is just a butternut squash that I roasted and I scooped, and I am now mashing. But we want to get all of that liquid out and any little clumpity clumps. So let's pour that into a cup. I don't know, is it gonna? Oh, look, it worked. I mashed it all up. Now we've got to make this dough. So apparently we're just supposed to add some flour. We're gonna need it eventually, but I just wanted to mix it in a closed container first because it was making me a little bit nervous. And some salt. So I'm just using Marissa salt. You can use regular salt, it's totally fine. Okay, and we're just supposed to get this incorporated. Now, the amount of flour that you use depends on how big your butternut squash is. So they just said a medium butternut squash. Well, I don't know, what is their medium compared to my medium? I'm not quite, I don't know. I add about a cup of flour over here that I'm just gonna start figuring out. Okay, it's rings off. It's getting serious time because I'm gonna have to go in with my hands. So I think it's ready. Maybe it needs a little bit more. There's a couple little wet spots. But what we're gonna do is we're just gonna divide it into 4 pieces so we can roll it out into the long shape. And then we can do that fun thing with the fork. You know, when they go like that. So I definitely think we need to time lapse this too. Because again, your guess is as good as mine. I've seen people do it. I just have never done it. But I believe in us. We can do it together. So I plopped them into the boiling water. I'm letting the water come back up to a boil, and we're gonna wait until they float. Once they float, I'm gonna get them over here. I'm gonna make a little sauce. That's vegan butter. I'm gonna put a little red pepper flake, maybe a little rosemary. Most people would choose sage. I don't have any sage, so I'm gonna use rosemary. These are floating. This is ready to accept visitors. We go. Swim. Oh my gosh. I mean, they're not the prettiest things, but I know they're going to be delightful, especially in my butter sauce. So let's just swirl these around. Shall we eat? I mean, it looks like a restaurant. I'm very excited about this. It tastes like gnocchi, but then you're like, oh, then just a little butternut squash. So if you wanted to, you could add a little bit of brown sugar to the butter sauce. Ooh, that would be so good because of the red pepper flake. It would be like sweet, but then it would be like spicy, but then it would be like earthy with the rosemary. I love this. I'm gonna I'm gonna make gnocchi all the time. It was so easy. The hardest part was roasting the butternut squash, but all I did was pop it in the oven when I was cooking something else. This is my favorite. This is my absolute favorite. I love it. Vegan, delicious, beautiful. Go make this. I was a little intimidated, but then you know what? I just did it because we were going to do it together, and then it made me not feel as scared. So cheers. Have a great day. Try something new.